ghetto North Americanness of 50-50 are paying for men here. Please
yes.
save us. Don't bring that here. Thank you. We're good. Culturally, nope.
What's good, Uganda? Welcome back to the Repat podcast, where we discover all your issues when it comes to moving to Africa, dating, relationships, business. And today we have a really wonderful guest, but we're not going to introduce her right now because we don't want y'all to start getting so thirsty. Let's go ahead and go to Jonita, let her introduce herself.
Yeah, hi guys. The name is Janita Maya, also known as the Rich Auntie. Now let's turn to our amazing guest.
Hi guys, Rachel Nalumu here.
Hi Rachel.
Hi guys.
That's what he would be saying.
So dead.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me back. Super excited.
Give her a round of applause. And I'm just so glad to be around two of the most beautiful women in East Africa. So, you know, I can barely even keep my composure. You know how I do.
So dead.
But guys, so yeah, I've been wanting Rachel to come back. I had to bribe her, give her a left kidney for her to come back to the show today. All right.
And I'm on the leg.
And I've been looking at some of the analytics from people who watch this show. Many people come from America. A lot of times things are catered towards men.
Yeah. You have a very high male.
Yeah, and dating and it's like this. But you were living in Canada.
Yes.
Right. And I want to know from your perspective as a woman that was accomplished, good social class, and for many women, maybe men in general, when you come back to Uganda and move, how hard is it to date, being raised in the West, and things like that?
So I feel like I'm trying to figure out even where to start.
Oh, please, we got time.
Give us a little.
We got time today.
So when I was born, no, I'm just joking. But okay, actually, kind of from that, I feel like as much as I don't know if the States is the same, but in Canada, when an immigrant moves to Canada, you're still very much whatever you were and Canadian. So I don't feel like it's as much in America, like when my friends moved there, they're essentially American first, and then whatever they were. We're flipped in Canada. So with that being said, I grew up in a very heavy Ugandan community, just based off of the church. Like, it brought all of us together, even though we're from different denominations and stuff. But I grew up around a lot of Ugandans. My parents are very Ugandan. So moving back, I wasn't really shocked by a lot of things in terms of in the dating realm. I feel like I was like a little toe deep, like, you know, a little bit of a toe deep into things. I actually had this concept where I was like, I would never date a Ugandan in my life, just because of like what I grew up seeing and stuff, and just it was just a lot, and I was like, ugh, the ghetto. Then I was like, all Africans are the same, so and I like African men, so what am I gonna do?
Right.
So I kind of got over it when I moved here, obviously, because I'm surrounded by Ugandans. So coming back, I feel like more so my difficulties were more of what we're exposed to abroad, of having to actually have a relationship with yourself and being deep with yourself, and actually having, you know, communicating with people. You're not in a relationship alone, and more quality when you're looking for a partner. Like, you're looking for quality like things, not just do they have money, do they have a nice car, do they come from a good family, great, let's get married. That's not sustainable. So that part was more of my difficulties, I guess.
Can you describe I know you're saying what is not really quality. You know, those are good indicators for provision as a man. But what are some of the qualities that you're talking about that you're looking outside, that you were looking for outside of those things?
Like good quality things. I feel like for me personally, not to be taboo, but like definitely a relationship with self, which would mean to be able to have a relationship with yourself and be real depth and like really understand you. I really feel like you have to actually have a relationship with, or an understanding of a higher power. Whatever that looks like to you is your business, as long as it aligns with whoever you're with. But someone who actually can be like, shoot, I'm feeling like this. Why am I feeling like this? How can I navigate to make better decisions and choices, instead of like, let me go drink my problems away. Do you get what I mean?
Okay.
So more quality in terms of their relationships with them, just them. And then even things like how they navigate and communicate with the community, how they move around society. You're not just looking down at people because you feel like they're lesser than you. Things like that, which I have found here, which was really beautiful too. And also in Canada, vice versa, maybe not so much. Anyway, both sides have pros and cons. But mainly self. I feel like the older I get, the more I realize, like, if you're just airheaded in your own feelings, leave me alone. Yeah.
Now, to take you back, you said you grew up seeing some things that you didn't like about Ugandan men. Could you just give us maybe the top 5 that you saw and you did like, but when you came to Uganda, you were fine with it?
No, I was not fine with it because I came here. It was normalized here. The things were more like, oh, that's just normal. Whereas abroad, you're like, who the hell does that? Not the who the hell. It's less frequent. So like, even though there's cheating culture both places, here it's like a given. It's like women will be literally 19 and be like, yeah, well, when my man cheats on me, I'm like, it's not inevitable, it has to happen. But we do live in a society that gives passes for those things. So things like that was a top one. I was just like, do we all have to suffer?
Do we all have to cheat?
Is that necessary? Top 5, I feel like that was one of my main ones. Our misogynistic society was one thing I was like, I have to get used to. My God.
But what do you mean when you say
break it down for me?
What do you really mean when you say misogynistic?
Free passes for men for everything. They're just you can do whatever. You can do whatever as a man in Uganda. It doesn't matter.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah. All you have to do is, if you financially provide,
that's it.
Apparently your job's done.
Yeah.
He's looking at us like
let me kind of get into that, because I didn't want, I heard what she asked, but I didn't want to ask that question.
Go ahead.
Because you were like, American guys, hate no Africans. But I have noticed this, because like in the United States, I don't know about Canada, but I'm assuming Canada has like 45 million people. I don't know what's the percentage of black people.
We're actually less than Canada. We're like 30 of black people. The population is like 30 million. Sorry, people.
30 million Canada. Maybe like 1 or 2% is black. 3%, something like that.
Something small. Yeah.
Right. So when you living in the United States or Canada, I mean, there are probably some things that we may take for granted. For sure. And I've noticed that, you're not coming here, but when I was in Poland, you just people who may have the same idea of time, keeping time,
yes,
certain level of professionalism, industry standards. But I do notice that when women come here, like the available men, because even in Black America, in America, there's like 25 million African American women and maybe like 22 million African American men, right? So they're already a bigger portion than them already. But then when you think about guys who actually have like affluence, or guys who have like, it's still different. But then when you come here, and I don't want to get canceled, but what I'm about to say, the guys here, if they have money, they know it.
Yeah.
They know it.
Yeah.
And like
power trip.
So if they are doing well, I would say $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. It's like, all right. So I'm not saying all of them, but they can have their way, which is more. How can I say this? Seems like there's more competition for these kind of guys here that are doing very well. That could be.
You don't find that's the same in America? Look at the 1% in America. They can do whatever they want. It's just there's like a bigger population and fewer of them. But if you're making mad money, it's the same thing. Yeah, your man's probably going to be cheating on you too. Yeah. It's going to be the same problems. It's everywhere. The
but it's amplified here
because there's no middle class. It's so like the parities between like being rich and being poor, there's just no middle class. It's either you're one or the other. And like, I mean, if you're poor, like, can you afford juggling multiple women?
But what I want to get at though is this: like, is it when you were in Canada?
Yeah.
Is it easier, maybe matriculating toward the marriage or serious relationship stage when you live in Toronto?
Yeah, Toronto area. Yeah.
Than it was here.
Wait, you're asking if it was easier?
Like, when you lived in Toronto,
was
your dating life, do you feel that your dating life would have moved more towards being married by now, if you wanted that?
Yeah.
Do you think you could be able to control that as a factor as in comparison to here?
I feel like they both have their own things about them that might be preventative. Like, Toronto, it's like everyone's just so busy working that more like I probably would have got married at the same time. I'm not married yet, but like around the same time as being here. Where now for me, it's like vetting people because I'm like, are you even worthy of like, does it make any sense? Yeah. I don't think, if anything, culturally here, you probably get married faster just because of the pressures to be married. Yeah. That's it. But there's no pressures in Canada. Everyone's trying to get to their grind, get to their bag. Yeah.
But do you think when you compare the two, where was it easy to date? Was it easy to date in Canada, or is it easy to date here in Uganda?
I feel like it's easier to date here because I have a life here. Like I didn't have a social life there. All I did was work, you guys. I worked, slept, worked, slept, work. Now I work, see people, then sleep. Like I actually prioritize being like around people. Whereas there, like I always tell this story, like I lived a 5-minute drive, 20-minute walk from family, friends. Yeah. And my parents knew from when they were 21, Ugandans in Canada, and I would go like 3 months without seeing them. Like we literally would always just be so exhausted. Work, sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep. I didn't have much of a social life.
Look, let me ask you this because I'm not trying to say that certain things are antiquated in Uganda. But let's just say more traditional or conservative.
100%.
Trying to get canceled, right? So you being a woman that, because you said this is, it could be misogynistic here.
Can be, it is, but yes.
I didn't say that, she said that. Okay, so what I would like to know, because you're a woman that sees the world from a different perspective as far as women empowerment, women's rights, and what women can do.
Yes.
And then here in this society, have you found that guys are intimidated by maybe some of your accomplishments that you've already achieved, or your accent, or what you want to achieve for yourself? That certain men that have been there or spent most of their life here. Is it difficult for them?
I don't think so, because I will say definitely like my guy friends, or like the guys I always around and stuff, they're actually doing really well for themselves as well. So I don't feel like that's been a thing, but I could see that in Canada. 100%. Like I was told that right before I left. Yeah.
In Canada?
Yeah, by a black guy who was actually partly African. Well, he was African, but like me, immigrated, whatever. And was just like, what did he say to me? It was something weird or random of, oh, we're from two different worlds, which I guess we were, but like he couldn't wrap his head around it, to a point that it annoyed me. And I was like, hey, you're right, we're from different worlds. Yeah. But yeah, it was annoying. But I feel like here I haven't had that.
Yeah, that's surprising, because we were so sure that men here were intimidated by you and your success and your plans and everything else.
So my uncles have told me probably when I get there, probably not to buy myself the fanciest cars and build myself the nicest house, because they'll probably get intimidated at that point. Because it's like, will they be able to provide that for me? Like that's where you found me at. Like, will you be able to meet me there? But at the moment, it's all good.
So let me make sure I understand this. Your family has told you, like, hey, you might not want, even if you could afford it, don't.
Yeah, my uncle literally was like, you need to be less independent.
Don't buy the Range Rover on 20s.
Yeah.
Don't buy the Range Rover on 20s.
I was like, I don't even want the guy who's intimidated by me. Like, I just, but also match me with where I'm at. I don't know. Is that asking too much?
Because I don't think anybody will ever say that in America. Like, that's the difference. I think that's a cultural difference. Like, you would never tell your daughter, hey, don't buy that Range Rover. People are like, no, girl. That dude, buy that shit.
But then the same issues still occur there. Just nobody talks about it. The same problems happen. Like my sister has, well, she works for herself, but she has like affiliates in her industry who are successful black women who are also single for probably that same reason. A guy did tell me in Canada what I just said.
We got to open that up. Do you honestly believe that
men are intimidated?
That's the main reason why a lot of these women are single?
No, of course there's other things, of course. Okay. Like I think that's like the materialistic thing to focus on, but I think there's other aspects, Okay.
All right.
We're
sounds like he wants to say a whole bunch of other things.
Yeah. We're
about to go manosphere.
We're surprised. Yeah, we're surprised. I think if you're surprised, say yes in the comment section. Why? I think everyone is surprised, because we expected African men to run.
Okay, maybe they do, but because I came to and ended up being in circles where people like their families are the same.
We're also rich.
We're all the same. Yeah. Not like that. Like just the same, I guess, socioeconomic status and whatever. It's not that they didn't see differently. But who knows? I need to actually ask them now. I want to know. Not about me. I'll just be like, so do you get intimidated by women when? Yeah. See what they say. If they'll give me honest answers. But yeah, no.
So how many dates do you go on in the month? I'm sorry.
I don't be going on dates like that. Kampala talks too much. So
Yeah,
like,
it's
just
small.
like if anyone finds you with a man, like me and O'Shea could be just out talking business, and people are like, I saw Rachel with some guy.
Yeah.
And he was sexy too.
Next thing goes to my aunt.
Right. Oh yeah, you
not
get
my
so many
fault.
followers on like Instagram and whatnot.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
and then family. I know me. I'm like,
So what? You don't go out in the open? You
I
just
have
privately?
before, just more like cute places that are like quiet. Like I want to go to like Izumi or like Cafe Seri and just sit there on a date.
Shout out to Azumi. It's one of my favorite places there.
So good, right?
Yeah. But I want to
Food
know
is
this
amazing.
though, because you are you're tied into this society, which was because I used to watch you before you knew who I was.
Oh, that's so funny. I thought you guys kind of just did research of like Uganda.
No.
videos.
He knew about
Stalker.
you before.
So funny.
But like people like you are Ugandan, and then when I came to this country, I kind of had to tooth and nail figure my way out because I'm from a whole different diaspora, a whole different community.
Yeah.
I'm from the African American community. So you have those blacks who are in the diaspora, and they may not have any roots
Here.
and so there's a lot of women that they may like how the guys are and stuff like that, but they want to come to Africa. There's a lot of single women I notice who are coming to Africa.
I've seen
I
this
kind of
event.
What?
I won't say that I feel sorry for them a little bit, but
I don't think both of you. Okay.
because I'm noticing this a lot. I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, like who are these women eventually? Like, especially if you don't have ties to people.
Yeah.
It's a big problem in America too, where women can't meet guys. Shout out to my boy Kevin Samuels. I know how y'all feel about this one be acting like, oh my God, I love you, Kevin, when they call. But the reality is that a lot of women cannot even get into those places because they don't know those people. Okay. If you don't know rich people or guys who are doing well, doesn't matter how good you look.
Yeah.
Because you don't know those people.
Yeah.
You don't have any kin. So a lot of women are going to be coming from, the Caribbean community, maybe another African community, something like that, and they want to resettle in Uganda. But they're going to have that problem. Who do they know?
Yeah.
And so how do they date in a place like this where you don't know the guys who may be able to, because every woman wants a man that has, you don't want to be taking care of no guy for the most part.
Yeah. No.
And I've heard of little horror stories that happen in the Gambia.
Yeah.
Certain cases in the Ghana.
Of people moving Booty
Clapping sounds?
Like
Americans moving.
Yeah.
Moving
women.
here and then
American women.
Men.
Yeah. Like the night to the fiancé thing.
Stop the show. Oh, that happens a lot. Oh, we're gonna have a whole show about all the tricking that you ladies is doing in Africa and all the booty clapping sounds.
American,
oh yes,
ghetto North Americanness of 50-50 are paying for men here. Please
Yes.
save us. Don't bring that
Finally.
here. Thank you.
What's
We're
wrong?
good. Culturally, nope.
Nope.
It's not in a
Nope.
woman's. It's not in a woman's.
50-50 what? What's that?
What's 50-50? I didn't even.
what's wrong with that?
I don't
I forgot it was in my vocabulary.
What's
No.
that?
No,
We don't know math.
Especially as Africans.
Yeah.
When you're as a woman, you're brought up from freaking birth on how to take care of a family, how
Yeah.
to run a household, how to take care of a man, all of these things, and then you also want to pay. Are you okay?
But I just want to just kind of, can I just stir it up a little bit?
Go ahead.
Have you guys been to Uganda? There are a lot of nice looking young ladies here.
Yeah, they're so beautiful.
And that's another issue I would have to say that there's a lot of, because here in Kampala, I know me and Messi, but you got the women from the West. You're Westerner too, right?
No.
Where are you?
Central.
Where am I from?
Yeah.
Kampala. Well, not Kampala. Sorry.
That's
from Mukono ends.
Mukono.
But
Central.
Shout out to Mukono.
Central. Yeah, I'm a Mukono.
Okay, you got those ladies, the nice looking ladies from the north. All right, shout out to y'all. I done spend a few dollars on some of y'all's cell phone bills and stuff.
So
okay, Rwandese, Eritrean, even though they kind of stick a little bit more to themselves. It's a lot of competition.
All types of women
Girls.
here.
Yeah, and you got, and it's just like the same thing about like getting a job, right? You have like here, I was told
Very
by
many
Tina.
qualified.
Yeah, like why would they want to hire American? When they can hire Uganda for less pay, right? And that's the thing I want to say. What about these women who are coming over here, and you're coming to a black utopia like this, and every time you go outside, your neck is breaking.
Yeah,
and you got to compete with those guys, or for those, because I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Here, if you're a guy doing very well,
yeah, you have very many options.
You're competing for the guy. It's not like it is in the West for the most part.
It is if you have money in the West. That's what I'm trying to say. If you have money, if you're a millionaire, your circles are different. You're already flooded with really beautiful women.
Yeah.
I see it in Toronto.
And these guys are the same. These guys are even more flooded.
Yeah.
These guys are more flooded.
Yes, but
it's more difficult here for girls.
That's what comes down to. What are you dating for? Are you dating for quality?
Yeah.
Like, what are you dating for? If you're dating for a pretty face, more power to you. Good luck. Have fun. See a lot of people, not Uganda, everywhere around the world. Pretty face, airheaded in the brain. Won't know how to take care of your kids. What are you gonna do? But she's pretty with a banging body.
Trophy wife.
What are you? Yeah. What are you marrying and dating for?
Yeah.
You know.
Quality.
But these ladies are going to be, when they get here, they have to know you're competing against every other beautiful, good looking
American women come.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You're absolutely.
So that's the thing I fear for them the most, because they weren't raised in a culture where it's family first or like thinking of others. So very individualistic in North America, and goes to my upbringing. Like, I was in polar worlds. I was in a world where, especially as an older daughter, like eldest daughter, eldest child, like take care of everything. I could run a household to the T at this point. Like, no wahala, like no problem. Plus, I had to go to school. Plus, then throwing in independent life, America teaches you, that I think of those women where I'm like, you're pretty much only taught independent life. You as an individual, now you're gonna come here to marry guys here when you're supposed to also run a house. How?
Yeah.
So, what advice do you have for them? Because
First,
how you look over there?
First of all, I would probably highly consider your values and your morals, because you definitely need that. I think it's like, are you family first? Are you first? Are you couple? Like, figure out what exactly it is that you want your family structure to be, because I can see it all the time in America. Like, it's, oh my God, I love somebody. I have butterflies. I don't feel them anymore. I'm out.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, you're also like juggling a household. Doesn't make any sense to them. They're like, oh, he also has to do 50-50. That's another 50-50. I don't understand. Yeah. Like, realistically, that child needs your breast to survive. It will not be 50. As much as you want them to wake up at 3 a.m. to change diapers, it's not going to be that way. So I don't understand that life. It's weird. So for me, I think with them, got a network. Find a network of women, whatever country you end up. If you're in Uganda, find a network of women that you understand and you can vibe with, and then before that, though, figure out your morals and values before coming to Africa. Yeah, like what you prioritize. Yeah.
How hard is it dating, Johnny?
Yeah,
you know, all these ladies that you have
to me, she's the
I mean, all the ladies you have to compete against too. I mean,
it's really no. Personally, it's not that high. I feel like there's a variety. There's a lot to pick from.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't see it as a maybe because you come and you've been baffled.
There are nice Ugandan men out there.
There are nice Ugandan men.
Even foreign men in Uganda.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
No, where's the ring? Where's the ring?
What do you mean? Where's the? It's that's the pressure. You're the first person who gives me the pressure. This.
I really feel like, I don't know, that's really funny. There are so many great Ugandan men. There's so many.
If you tell someone the places to go to find men or to like network.
God, the worst person. Networking, maybe networking, yes. But networking, I'd be like, for business networking, you know? Yeah. Finding guys, I'm around the same people all the time.
Yeah.
Can I say something that's going to be controversial? Because I gotta
say it.
Okay. Here's who, and I could be wrong, I'm an outsider, so I'm not an insider like you guys. But from the outside looking in, I see Caucasian women, when they come here, they have
a lot more success.
It's just from what I see. Mm-hmm. It could not or could not be true. Just from what I can gauge. It seems like just for it doesn't even matter what they look like.
Yeah.
Like I think like if you're coming from the West.
Yeah.
Because looks, body, style is going because you're gonna have that here. Mm-hmm. A lot of good looking women. It's like the best shaped women in Africa.
Yeah.
The Caucasian women when they come here, mm-hmm. I don't think they have to have as much as that as and I see them with like guys I think that are successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Really?
when I go to the places that I'm going to, that's just, I see a lot more romantic touching. You don't really see that with Ugandan couples so much.
It's so annoying. I can't wait to
but
date.
I'm
gonna lick my man's face.
Ooh.
So funny.
Yeah, about that. But
Shake it up here.
but when I see the Caucasian ladies, I see that more affectionate thing.
Mm-hmm.
I see he seems to be a little more successful.
Yeah.
So I think that also, is that am I just seeing things?
No, you're accurate in comparison to what you see of couples who are here.
Like if you are a woman coming from the African American community,
Yeah.
I think that the white woman that comes over here has a better chance of getting a guy.
Than the African American woman who comes over here.
All things being equal.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. You know what? It's because the same thing. Some men also fantasize dating white women.
Yeah, is it
it's the
savior
same
complex?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? That's
so they
what
do
I'm
fantasize
seeing.
having a white woman, but most times they're using the white woman for money. So that's why when you say there are successful men dating white women, I'm like,
So you know that there are no black women in Uganda and Africa getting used for their money?
I'm sure
They
they
may
are, but
say that,
society, like, you mean
So you want to just say that the white women here are getting used for their money and they're not and they're not getting the guys are taking care of them. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't think it's like completely, but I think
it's not 100%.
Yeah, but I think
there's a certain percentage to it.
That's access. That's like me. The minute I speak my accent, it's like here, like everyone wants an opportunity. Everyone wants something. Like,
could be true.
Yeah,
it's true.
Of course, there's some successful men who date white women, but those maybe are just dating for love and whatnot. And then there are men.
Have you seen that in Uganda?
I know a few
Successful men.
dating
white women.
There's
I
one.
know
I don't want to name drop.
I know Uganda for sure
success.
who has a white wife and he is filthy rich.
Yeah.
And he's my age.
But you see, those people are like people who are just, they're dating for love or something like that. But the biggest percentage of black men dating white women are men who are using the white women for money and a visa, looking for a way out. Yeah.
That could be true.
Yeah. A small percentage, definitely.
With that, actually.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah.
You've heard horror stories.
She'll tell us after.
So, would you say you're knowing what you know now? Would you still have made the move here?
1,000%.
Okay.
I just feel like I probably would have prepared a little bit more in all areas of life, but everything happens for a reason. So, but I'm good, so it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we know you busy being rich in Kampala. So tell us where we can find you at, and what can we expect from you?
So you can find me on Instagram and YouTube. Those are my main things. So Rachel Nalamu or Rachel Nalamu, just search that. And yeah, pretty active on there. Like content about just moving here, but also now that I'm here, being here, developing within Africa and being successful while we're at it. So yeah, that's really where the content is at now.
All right. Any last words?
Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and follow us on all our social media pages: Kenya Nation Instagram, Kenya Nation Facebook, Kenya Nation Twitter, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.